Hey, Pastor Scott here with a word of encouragement. It's often said that the United States is a Christian nation. Now, you hear that less and less, and the truth is, less and less of our fellow citizens claim to be Christians, yet we are still a Christian nation. And the reason is this country was founded on Christian principles. And for this country to continue to be a great nation, she will have to move back toward her Christian roots. So hear me out. Listen, we know how the signers of the Declaration of Independence thought. They wrote so much. They wrote letters to each other. They wrote speeches. They wrote books and articles. And several things come to the surface when you read what they wrote. They were not afraid to mix religion and politics. In almost all of their writings, there is some sense of spirituality, a belief in God, and some were devout Christians, others theists, and some deists. But there was a consensus among them that there was a creator God, and that mattered to them. And in addition to the laws that they were establishing through the Constitution and the federal and state laws, they also clearly believed in a divine law, that there was an ought to that went beyond the written law. They knew our Constitution and laws would not be adequate in and of their own. George Washington said that religion and morality are each indispensable supports of democracy. John Adams was certain that our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people and is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. Our founding fathers put their faith in the hope that this country would remain true to our Christian foundations, and as a people who shared a common moral and value which they understood came from an authoritative God, not their own personal beliefs or opinions or likes or dislikes. And that's why the United States of America is truly a Christian nation. Without God, our government and laws, they simply don't work on their own. That explains a lot when you look around these days, doesn't it? Listen to what Paul says in Galatians 5:13. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command: love your neighbor as yourself. If you bite and devour each other, watch out, or you will be destroyed by each other. It's true, isn't it? We see it happening, don't we? By God's grace, let us move back to being a nation that God can bless. And happy 4th.